Hello everybody, Jim Malone here from Dallas Trading Floor. Well, AMD looks like it's pulling back to the 10-day line, and hopefully we'll get a bounce here. As you know, AI stocks have been doing very, very well. Of course, the leader is Nvidia, but AMD is putting up a good fight, and I think that this trade might be able to make us a little bit of money over the next week. Let me show you kind of how I'm doing it. As you can see, AMD has come down basically to this red line here. This is the 10-week line. This is the weekly chart for AMD. Currently, it's trading at 193.41, but it has bounced, and the bounce was at 183.33. So it's about midway in terms of this range going from about 183 on up to 200. There is resistance at 200, and that's kind of how I've planned my trade. Here's the intraday chart of Nvidia. As you can see, it came all the way down here and it made its turn, and I'm seeing the turn basically at about 184.03, and I think that's where it's made its bounce. This was yesterday. Of course, this is Friday here. This is Thursday, and it has made its way up here. Got a little bit of resistance at about 193, which is about halfway between the low, which I believe is about 183, and the resistance, which I believe is about at 200. Here's the covered call trade that I made. Now, the great thing about covered calls is that if you have the available resources with margin, you can make these trades, and they tend to be very profitable if you do them right. Why? Because you're selling a call, and because you're selling a call, if the price is not reached on the upward trend, then you keep all of the call premium. So one of the great things about this is even if you don't get appreciation necessarily on the underlying stock, you can keep the call premium. So that's kind of a good thing. Here's how I've set up the trade. First, you buy the underlying stock, and that's AMD. When I purchased it today, I purchased it at $192.50 a share. I bought 100 shares of that, so my out-of-pocket cost $19,246. That's kind of, that's a lot, but if you have margin, you can do that as well with about half of that amount. Now, immediately I sold a March 195 call, and this is on the 22nd of March 195 call. So what this does here is that if the stock is at or above 195 on March 22nd, I will probably be called out. Now, if I called out, of course, I get $195 a share plus the premium. So that's significant. Now, if I don't reach that 195, then I will just keep the premium $564.32. That's what I got today when I sold the call. If you look over into the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see the payout chart. Now, if currently, when I bought the shares and sold the call, it was trading for about $192.50. So if you just held constant here, we would just go, and then by next Friday, the profit on this would be $568. And of course, this is the value of pretty much the value of the underlying call. Now, as the price goes up, hopefully it will, because it's going to hopefully bounce. You can see that if on Friday it ends at 193, this is the next Friday, we would see a total gain here of $618. Now, the maximum that we can get on this one, of course, is 195. So if it goes to 195, we're going to get the maximum payout. That's going to be $818 for the week. So that's pretty significant when it comes to return. And that's kind of the plan here. Taking a quick look at the risk chart on this one, if it stays below about 192.50, potentially in the first few days, yes, I could be out of the money on this one, but more than likely, if it moves above where it is currently today, on up towards the 200 range, you can see that we make all the money there. So basically, hopefully on this bounce, we're going to see it bounce and move closer to the $200 price, where I think the resistance is this next week. And if we do, if it goes above 195 by the Friday, then we will make all the money, $818 in this particular case. Thanks for taking a look at this trade. If you want to get more information on covered call trades and Dallas trading floor. Super easy to do. Just follow the link below. I'm going to kind of put my below and click on that, and you can sign up for the free Dallas Trading Floor newsletter. Again, thanks so much for taking a look.